Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Ugh. Gonna try doing a Saturday stream today instead of a Sunday for the earlier weekend stream. I talked about it on my last stream a bit, but just kind of a similar logic of trying to do streams earlier, like doing Saturday instead of Sunday, because then I can go ahead and get it done. Hello, Luke. Yes, it is Trails. It is a commission of Van and Elaine. But yes. Gonna try and get as much as I can done of this one today. I probably won't finish it on stream, but I would like to possibly finish it tonight. We'll see. You love Van and Elaine? Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Hopefully I will do them justice with this one. This was my first time drawing Elaine, so I learned a lot about how her hair works. How she has like long hair, but then also a really long braid that's even longer than her regular hair. I actually have my fan on for the first time this whole year. It's actually really warm here today. Oh, hi Salem. And my cat appears. Always gotta be on screen, don't you? Well, just off screen. Say hi! And there he goes. Brighten my webcam a little. Alright, relax, Salem. Don't put your tail in my face, please. see here. I think I'm going to... reduce the white on the corners here a little. Yeah. I'm willing to just change how I approach that a little bit. It's the Trails Yowie lady. Oh, is that me? Yeah, yeah. You're goddamn right. I'm the Trails Yowie lady. I'm not drawing Yaoi today, though. Yes. Fan and Elaine are a Peak Trails couple. Well, I'm glad you think so. I hope I can do them justice. Oh god. I'm drawing straight people. I'm scared. I don't know if I could do it. That's a joke. I was talking about how this is the first time I've ever drawn Elaine. So I did have to learn how her hair works with like this braid. This braid that's like longer than her actual hair. Probably try to get the background mostly painted before I paint them some more, though. And remember to zoom in. I have a very bad habit of like drawing while the canvas is really small, and I'm like, people need to be able to see what I'm doing. One of my cats is just sitting on my desk right now, and he's walking across. Now he's walking back across it, and he better not knock anything over, but I really need to get him one of those little cat beds that attaches to my desk. I think he'll be sitting there all the time if I do. And after I finish my commissions this weekend, hopefully, I will finish most of them this weekend is the goal, but I get to grind for the artist alley at the end of this month. Ooh. I'm trying to go ahead and buy all the stuff I need for it because that was a hard lesson I learned at my last one is I was like ordering stuff right up until the last second, like ordering more paper for prints I didn't get to print out. I literally got additional paper the day before I left for the con. So there's like some prints I only barely got to offer at the last second. Like, alright, I'm ordering a ton of paper ahead of time this time. I will say though, shout out to Red River Paper, where I get my paper from. They got that shit in clutch when I did not think it would get here on time. I'm just gonna have one room that's nothing but paper. I mean, at this rate, my office is becoming that. Like, I'm blocking it, but my work table behind me is just like covered in like stickers and buttons and prints, and I'm just like, well, I've accepted that this will be a mess until I'm done with Artist Alleys for now. Which this is, I've applied to a few more, but this is the last one that I know of that I've gotten into. So I guess I don't have an excuse to not clean it up after this. Actually, a funny thing on the work table behind me is you can see it, I've got like a Falcom book on the table. That's like me flattening my stickers. I'm like, I'll just use this giant Falcom book that I have to keep them flat. Where am I? Oh my god. My cat is on the fucking work table. He's like, heard me saying how much shit I have on there, and he's like, okay, time to get on here and knock everything over. Seeing this reminds you, you have to not only get back to playing Horizon, but also get back to your Cold Steel Fate fanfic you're writing. That sounds fun. I also like Fate. I'm like so motivated right now. I don't know why. I have to show my motivation. No, like, I'm like ready to finish these commissions and work on Artist Alley stuff. I almost want to say that it's like almost like because it's actually warm today and I turned on my fan for the first time, it's like my brain is excited that something is different. I know some people have like seasonal depression with cold weather. That doesn't usually happen to me, but like it's like my brain gets excited both when it starts getting cold and when it starts getting warm just because it's something is different. Which is funny since this scene I'm drawing is supposed to be snowy and cold now that I think about it. One second. Let me switch my reference image to the Montmart one that I have. Literally have to turn my iPad screen off because I'm not sure if my gallery is safe. Okay. Definitely more of a cold weather person than a hot weather person. Yeah, overall I'm the same there actually. I much prefer cold weather than hot weather. Especially because I live in Georgia and the hot weather here is horrible. But springtime when it's like still in the 70s is nice. I'll accept that. As soon as it hits summer though, it's over. No thanks. You hate hot weather because you're ginger and you'll burst into flames if it gets too hot. Yeah, that's fair. I'm guessing you probably sunburn pretty easily. Oh god, I can't do a slow song, I'm sorry. I feel like I say that every time. Maybe I should like take the slow songs off this playlist, but... Yeah, sunburns suck. I used to have a friend in college who, she sunburned really easily, and she would get, like, sunburned, like, if she was sitting in the car through the car window, like, the sun shining into her car. You got on the back of your knees once when you went on a college trip to South Africa. Damn. That sounds like a horrible place to have a sunburn. I sunburn like... I do sunburn, but I guess because maybe because I'm Greek, I don't sunburn like super easily. It takes like a little bit. Whenever you bent your knees, you're in agony. Yeah, like that's what I imagine, is you can't even like walk. That's horrible. I am like kind of already thinking what I want to get for dinner tonight. Just cause like I had kind of an early lunch. Well, actually it was really more like breakfast, and it was that early. But I haven't decided what I want tonight. I remember a few streams ago. Oh, you already had dinner, had pizza? See, I was actually about to say, a few streams ago, I ended up getting pizza afterwards because a whole discussion was started on whether I like pineapple on pizza. Which I do, by the way. But my husband doesn't, so I never have it. My husband hates pineapple on pizza. So I've accepted I'm never having it unless I get like my own pizza, probably. And then my next stream, people were like, "Did you get pineapple on your pizza?" And I was like, "No." Sometimes we make sacrifices for the ones we love. That's how it is. What kind of pizza did you have, though? Ooh, a meat feast. Is that like meat lovers? You got like pepperoni and sausage and ham and stuff. Nice. Actually, we do get we get that kind pretty often too. I think usually we get pepperoni, sausage, garlic, pepperoni, sausage, garlic, and sometimes mushrooms. I love mushrooms. But sometimes we'll just get a meat lovers and just put all the meat on it. That's all. That's what we want. I might actually start shading Van and Elaine a bit more right now. That's the thing. Sometimes you'll be like, I'm gonna shade the background, and then you're like, I'm not feeling it doing that suddenly, so I just switch where my brain tells me to go. It's like more productive than trying to force yourself to work on a part that's not working out at the moment, which it's actually fine at the moment, but I just want to switch where my brain is. Oops, I didn't mean to open this. Go away. There we go. All right, let's switch to. Let's do their hair. Actually, first thing I will do. I'm gonna clean this up a little. All right. Hey Hunter, hope you're doing well tonight. Just realized how long Elaine's hair is, especially the braid. Yeah, that's what I noticed when I was looking at reference images for this. Just like, oh my god, that braid is so much longer than the rest of her hair. Oh, out in the rain, that's not fun. You don't mind it, you just don't like being rushed in the rain because it's slippery? Yeah. I love when it rains and I'm inside. I just don't like being out in it. But if it's like storming outside and I'm inside playing a video game, that's like peak. Or inside drawing even. Like if it started raining right now, that would be like cool. As long as my power didn't go out. Just get that one out of the way. Not a fan of storms. I'm fine with storms unless it's like a tornado, then I start freaking out a little. We're kind of in a spot where we're not like in the main trajectory of hurricanes most of the time, but sometimes they do get up here if they go far enough inland. And if I know a hurricane is coming, I will freak out a little, like probably like buy too many supplies for in case the power goes out. Kind of, I'm the person you should get mad at for clearing out the grocery store. No, I do usually try to do it pretty far ahead of time, at least. I'm not doing it like the day before. If I hear like a week out there's a chance of it, I'm already buying shit. Same with like ice and snowstorms. We had an ice storm here several weeks ago and I was like so afraid the power was gonna go out. I got so much shit. I prepped so much shit for it because ice knocks the power out like so easily. And then it didn't even, it like blinked a little. And I'm like, well, I guess I got stuff for if it happens next time. I also have like, I have like literally like 4 power banks. Actually, I think I have 5. I didn't like buy all of those at once for like power outages. I kind of just accumulated them over time. Like, actually one of them I got specifically for my Square reader at cons. And then I actually sold at a con and my Square reader lasted like all day anyway. Those things last a while, I guess. Because they're just, all they're doing is reading credit cards. My next con is in Jacksonville, Florida. So I guess I get to drive down there at the end of the month. I also applied to Anime Weekend Atlanta, which would be much closer to me. I would like to do a con that's in Georgia so I don't have to drive to Florida. Because I've had to do 8-hour drives for both of the cons I've done or am doing. I've been kind of busy, sorry, Hunter. But I can check. I'm very backed up with commissions right now. Alright, let's do Van's hair. I see, that sounds interesting. Well, unfortunately, I am probably pretty backed up for a bit. But you see, I'm still using a scuffed Google image as reference for the background. Yeah. So far, I haven't really felt the need to get a different angle, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. But yeah, If I keep working on it, I'm like, I really need to see this from a different angle. I might double check myself. I might fire up Daybreak 2 and double check myself. Not impossible that I will need to do that. How are me and the mister doing and the fur babies? We are good. One of my fur babies is sitting on the bed next to me. She's watching me. She's just standing there, menacingly. She's not menacing, even if she thinks she is. Is she judging my art? Maybe. I actually got a pretty cute picture of my boy earlier when I was working on another commission that I finished. He just jumped right in front of the iPad and is sleeping in front of it while I'm trying to send my commission. He has unfortunately learned that he gets attention if he sits in front of my iPad while I'm using it. I accidentally taught him that, so it's over pretty much. I can't stop myself from singing Sonic R soundtrack. Gosh, you know what I'm craving for dinner is I kind of want a poke bowl, but I don't think we have poke bowl places, but they're all like a 20-minute drive. And the worst part is, I'm pretty sure I'm thinking about it because I was playing 100 Line last night. And there's a character who said, like, I'm gonna have a chocolate poke bowl, like it's supposed to be gross. And I just went, man, poke bowl sounds good. Not a chocolate one. If you never had a poke bowl, they're really good because they're like sushi grade raw fish in a bowl with a bunch of stuff that you can choose. No, it's like a Hawaiian bowl dish. My other commission I'm working on right now is a painting, and I just was reminded while working on it why I love doing paintings, and that's because I paint it all on one layer, and I don't have to keep switching between a bunch of layers. Like, I do like having layers. I don't think I could draw completely without layers, but I also like painting almost everything on one layer so I don't have to keep switching. Have I seen Pocopia yet? I have. I haven't gotten it yet, but I want it. I really want it. It looks so fun. But like, so much of my painting style is like things that I chose to do a certain way because I prefer it that way. Like, well, that's, you know, kind of what your art style should be, I guess, but it's just very much like, I don't know. I feel like for a while when I was first starting, I just tried to strictly follow people's like tutorials and stuff, and then I would be like, I kind of prefer doing it this way actually, and then just change it. Basically how I found my art style was just doing that 50 times. Yeah, I've watched a couple people play it. I don't want to see too much because I kind of want to remain mostly unspoiled for myself, but from what I've seen, it just looks very much like my jam. And it was made by the Dragon Quest Builders developers, and they definitely seem to know what they're doing. Yeah, Ditto being able to turn into and mimic a person is like conceptually still a bit strange, but yeah, I was able to get a Switch 2 just because I got it during like a big sale and a bunch of cashback events that happened around Christmas time. So I got it for pretty cheap. But I think the only Switch 2 exclusive I've gotten so far is Kirby Air Riders, which is one I really wanted. I am a Kirby Air Ride head, that's for sure, but My brother got Donkey Kong Bonanza, so I'll probably ask to borrow that from him when he's done with it. But I have so many games to play. I guess I'm not like in a rush to buy a lot of new games because I've just got so many fucking games. Including this one. I still have to catch up on Trails. Hell yeah, Snowboard Kids 2 music, baby. Oh. Speaking of games I'm gonna play, I think I'm actually going to I'm gonna play Mario Galaxy soon, which I have on the Nintendo or the Mario 3D All Stars collection. But I wanted to play it before the new movie comes out because I'm like, I technically never finished this. I only played Mario Galaxy back when it came out, and I never finished it. I don't know if I'll have time to do Galaxy 1 and 2, but Mario Day is next week, so I was thinking of playing it then. Yeah, the original GameCube discs are very unreasonable on the secondhand market. Any, like, so many GameCube games, actually. Okie dokie. We are about to have our ad break on Twitch, so I will probably take a 3-minute break in a second. My favorite Gen 10 starter is in fact the Pomeranian, the Fire Pomeranian. I'm a sucker for that. I'm a fucking mark. They got me. Okay. But I'll be back in 3 minutes. Just gonna take a 3-minute break while the ads are running. I'm back. Full disclosure, I just went on Blue Sky and reposted a bunch of cool fan art that I saw. That was how I spent my break. I also drank a little water. I guess being hydrated is important and all. And nobody even told me to on the Twitch stream. Oh, about the starters? Yeah. I personally don't really mind either way, whether they're bipedal or not, but you know, it is nice to have variety. I guess the Gen 9 alligator stayed on 4 legs. Which is actually funny because it didn't start on 2 legs. Kind of ended up doing a lot of adjustment on the line thickness, but I kind of do that at the same time as coloring on this particular process, so. Yeah, it is very I'm definitely leaning towards the Pomeranian, but very things could change after I see their final evolutions, you know. Yeah, in Gen 1 my favorite starter is Bulbasaur. Yeah, in Gen 4, I like Piplup's line. I often usually started with Turtwig. Um, yeah, I like Gen 4. My favorite games are Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which are technically in Gen 4. But I I played Gold and Silver and Crystal. Like Gen 2 was my favorite for a long time growing up, so oh yeah. I like Gen 3 also. Whoops. One reason I'm kind of excited for Pokopia is I like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon a lot because I like stories like about the Pokemon and where they can like talk and stuff. And it's cool that we're doing that again, even if I didn't get another Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. It's fine. Yeah, my actual favorite Pokemon game is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. I love that game. I kind of want to replay it, even though I literally just said how many fucking other games I still have to play. Yeah, the premise of Pokopia does seem interesting with the apocalypse and stuff. Which is actually another thing it's kind of similar to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon with. Okay. Yeah, that is one of the things that I'm kind of avoiding watching people play it for. I feel like I'm getting a lot of winter songs, which is funny since this is like a wintry drawing. I actually do have like specific like summer and winter streaming playlists, but I keep forgetting to use them. Maybe I'll remember to use the summer one when that season rolls around. Have I played ZA? Not yet. I actually did buy it, but I haven't played it yet. Another game on the list. I bought it because a friend of mine gave me a $50 eShop gift card for Christmas. So I used it on that, but oh no, you didn't say anything I didn't already know about. Speaking of games that I would like to buy, this isn't even really a game. Well, it is kind of a game, I guess, but there's like a virtual like co-working game on Steam that's on sale right now called On Together. And I'm like seriously considering maybe buying it because it seems like fun. You can like work online in a little virtual world with people, and I'm like, I guess I'd probably have to get like my friends to also buy it if I wanted to play it with them, but I think that sounds fun. Like a little virtual co-working space. Kind of like this stream. No, like I've also seen people talk about do like virtual co-working streams, and I'm like, I don't know. I guess I kind of already do that because when I do these drawing streams, a lot of times people will be in the chat telling me what projects they're working on while watching me, so it already kind of feels like we're co-working on these streams. I love this song. Oops. Alright, let's work on shading their clothes a bit. The song is Intense Chase from Trails from Zero. I think it was in Zero. It's either in Trails from Zero or Trails to Azure, which is the next game. Hi Prototype, hope you're doing well tonight. welcome in. It's turning out great. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. I hope the commissioner will agree. No, it is kind of my goal to finish it tonight. I probably won't finish it on stream, but I have 3 commissions right now. I finished one of them yesterday. I'd like to finish this one today, and then maybe the 3rd one tomorrow. We'll see if I can do like a 3-fer this weekend. So I did kind of get to a similar spot in all of them. Like, most of the basic colors done. Though you know how it is, sometimes the shading is what takes the longest, but... I'm a little sad though. When I've been working on my art in the evenings, I've been rewatching all of Malcolm in the Middle with my husband. And we've literally watched almost all of it now. Like, we only have 2 episodes left of all 7 seasons. And I'm like, damn, what do I watch now? It's so easy to just put on in the background. I need, like, more sitcoms to watch. Sitcoms to draw yaoi to, you know? Their scarf in this outfit kind of has like a plaid pattern on it, which I'll probably put over top of it later. Shading all these little individual strands down here. There we go. Probably what'll end up happening, as always happens with my commissions, is I will get pretty much done tonight, but I'll want to sleep on it and make sure I still like it tomorrow. That's like basically the last step for me in all my art, is to sleep on it and make sure I still like it. Because sometimes I don't do that though. Sometimes I just post it and then I'm like, oh god, why didn't I sleep on it? But commissions I always sleep on before I send them. Like the other one I finished, when I say I finished it yesterday, technically I slept on it and made some final adjustments to it today, and then I sent it. Where's Van's truck? You thought that it was his one true love? Yeah. That's his. That's the real number one Van ship, isn't it? Like years ago at this point, I did one of those like Trails as Vines YouTube videos. Actually, I did the first one. I remember I specifically made it because no one else had done any yet. And now there are more, but and I already knew if I ever do another one, which I don't know that I will, but if I ever do another one, Van is gonna be in there under the vine of the guy going, "You messing with my truck? You messing with my truck?" That's my only idea for the sequel. But like back when I made it, Van didn't exist yet, so like I think Cold Steel 4 was not even out in English yet when I made that video. I made it on my fucking iPad. They do got video editing software on iPads. Oh hell yeah, Sunshine Coastline. My husband mentioned being interested in playing Ys 8 recently, and I was just like, "You gonna play Ys 8? You gonna play Ys 8?" And now he still hasn't, but he kind of got my ass last night though, cause he's also talked about playing Super Mario 64, cause he actually never really played it growing up, and I was like, "Oh, you should play it. I love Super Mario 64." And last night he was playing Super Mario World on our Steam Deck, and I was like, you know, if you're playing Super Mario World, you could play Super Mario 64 instead. And he just went, you know, me playing Super Mario World and you telling me to play 64 instead is like peak Nintendo 64 kid, right? And I was just like, okay. Okay, that was not necessary. I am a Nintendo 64 kid, but I said it because you said you were interested in playing it. Yeah, I think he was gonna play we have the Mario 3D collection, All-Stars collection on Switch. I think he was gonna play that version, probably. But I did offer to install the PC version on our Steam Deck. The PC port, the fan-made one. Where did this, like, line come from? Sorry. Is that peak Ys? I would say so. I think 8 is my favorite Ys still. I should mod the Steam Deck so the only way to unlock the OS is to beat Super Mario 64. Oh my gosh. So, we do share that Steam Deck, so that would mean I would also have to do that, but I have 100%ed it before, so I guess it would be easier for me. Actually, what that does remind me of is someone who... They made their, like, launch video on the Steam Deck, the entirety of Shrek, I think is what it was, like the whole movie, and they didn't realize that they couldn't skip it. So whenever they started up their Steam Deck, they had to wait for all of Shrek to play before they could use it. And obviously I think they changed it back, but it is really funny that they had to sit through all of Shrek to do that. Like, that's really funny to me. Well, I've kind of been using my AYN Thor, my little dual screen emulation device. I've kind of been using it to play PC games when my husband's using the Steam Deck. Technically it can run some. Android can run some PC games now, but I just stream them from my computer most of the time. It's easier. I kind of, at one point, whenever I could afford it, I did kind of want to get a second Steam Deck, so that he could have one and then I can have my own. Especially because I actually got my Steam Deck on launch, like I had one of the first ones. So I didn't get to have an OLED Steam Deck, and that would have been cool, but I'm like, just looking at the RAM shortages, like, welp, they're gone. Yeah, they're all sold out for the moment. So I'm just holding on to the one I have like it's my baby. Like I think it was the L2 button on ours that, or maybe it was the R2. One of them broke on ours, and we literally just like ordered a replacement button from iFixit and replaced it ourselves. Like, we don't got time. We can't be buying new consoles just because a button broke in this economy. In this RAM economy. I will. All that is to say, though, I will get my husband to play Super Mario 64. He could call me a Nintendo 64 kid if he wants, but that game bangs. Oh, you're good, Hunter. Is Date Everything a fun game? I think it's in my Steam family. I haven't bought it, but it's there. Interesting. Sorry. Have I tried Pokopia yet? Unfortunately, I've not been able to buy it yet. I want it so bad though. It looks so fun. It looks right up my alley too. But I can't afford it at the moment. I have to at least wait till after this artist alley and see how much money I make. See if I make back the booth and fee and stuff. Have I seen anything about the 30th anniversary for the Pokemon TCG special set? I have not. I have not really kept up with Pokemon trading cards since Gen 1s. I used to collect them back then, but it's been a minute, shall we say. So your friends played it and the game made them cry? I will say, it does look like it hits on a lot of beats I really like. I really like post-apocalyptic stuff that's like chill. Like that's a type of setting I really like. I feel like I have like permission, quote unquote. I have permission to like shade their fingers like a darker red than I usually would since it's supposed to be cold. You know what I should add? You know what I should have in this? I can't believe I just thought of this. I should add like their breath. Like, you know how you can see your breath when it's cold out? I should add like tufts of their breath. Puffs of their breath. They're showcasing popular cards from over the years like base set Charizard. I have one of those, the originals, but it wasn't, I don't think it was a first edition one, so it's not worth like a gajillion dollars. I I just thought of doing this. What the hell? Bro. Like... Actually, wait a sec. Where did that random stroke on the radio come from? Searching my layers. I think I just accidentally did it. Okay, now the thing I was doing. Base set Charizard is expensive even as not first edition. Yeah, the last time I looked was many years ago, so it's probably gone up in price from what I know of current Pokemon card prices. Cute, I like that. Damn, 317. Maybe we should go dig that up. Unless my brother already sold it. I think it's in his binder. Probably gonna go for about 5 more minutes. It's more expensive when graded. I see. I would not know how to go about getting a card graded, so. I think that costs money too, doesn't it? But yeah, I'll probably do about 5 more minutes and then I'll call it tonight. Yep, 2-hour stream, as I do. You've been watching Dropout clips? I've heard that they're funny. I haven't watched a ton of their stuff. Yeah, Persona 3.
Done things that I can't even say. Time to make
They do have really good OSTs. That's why they are on my streaming playlist. The great filter, whether it's good enough to be on my streaming playlist. First time you heard P3 OST was in the Persona 4 Golden Vita special features. I actually played Persona 3 first. I played FES on the PS2. That was my first Persona game. See, that doesn't make me as cool as people who like played Persona 1 or 2 first. That was the one with locked teammate AIs. Yep. It had locked teammate AIs. And I dealt with it. I mean that was before Persona 4 came out, so I didn't know it could be better. Oh, you're playing P3R with the locked teammate AIs? That's intense. It does make it a different game, I'll say that. P3P did have direct commands, yes. But that is not the version I played first. Yeah, I love FemC. I do like that version a lot because of her. But see, without direct commands, or if you have direct commands, then you don't understand all the memes of Mitsuru using Marin Karin all the time. I wonder if she still does that in the remake. Debating if you should get a Godzilla -1 figure or the Assassin's Creed PC bundle. I'm guessing they're both expensive. I don't know how much a Godzilla figure usually is. Oh, give the kitties behind the ear scritches from you, and also for me to have a great day. Thank you. I will give them all the scritches for you. I hope you have a good day too. Because I think it's about time for me to call it for today. I'm probably gonna keep working on this art after stream too, but I'm getting hungry, so I think I need a snack. And maybe dinner soon. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, Prototype. I hope you have a good day too. Thank you, Hunter. Have a good night, everybody. Have a wonderful Saturday, and I will see you next week. Thank you for the follow, JSG. Night, everybody. You thought you were already following? Well, I appreciate it either way. Thank you. Okay. Good night for real, everybody.